This teaser is not that long, but to me, it is the most significant YY teasers that BBC has released. First, we need to discuss the music that plays in the teaser. Clearly it is unlike any song released by yyy and was specifically selected for good reason. The first word we hear is 함께. This is the Korean word for together. The next word we hear is 빈에, which is not a word. So what is it? Well, actually, it's the Korean word for Eden. Eden. Let's reverse this song and take a listen. So then, together and Eden. What is BBC trying to convey with just these two words over and over again? Well, we have to look at the music alongside the visuals. After all, we've been doing that this whole time. We keep seeing visuals from past music videos. First, we see the table set for 3, Eve, Chu, and Go-won. Then, we see Olivia's bed alone. Interesting how we also see Eve looking down right after we see Olivia's bed, alluding to that reoccurring motif from Egoist. We then see Olivia exit the room by herself, in red light, and Eve, Chu, and Go-won standing together in the window and light. So it is clearly outlined that the girls are separated. We saw this divide in both Love Forever and Egoist, and it is being reiterated here as well. But then, as the girls turn around, they begin to move in unison, despite cutting between different girls. Why? Well, it's because, even though there is clearly a divide, they are one. Together. And they are all together in Eden. So then Twinfish, you may ask, why is the divide so clearly emphasized? Why do they need to exclude Olivia still? To explain it simply, Mobius property law. But let's look back on all the evidence we've complied, and further explain why there is still a divide. Let's first read the description of this teaser. As you can see, there is a rather peculiar sentence among the brief statement BBC gave us. They declare ninthropic chromosome YYXY different to XX or XY chromosomes. Okay. Don't panic. We'll review some biology terms in order to familiarize you with this random notion BBC threw our way. Human beings, or Homo sapiens, have 2 pairs of 23 chromosomes. The 23rd chromosomal set is the one that defines your sex. XX is the pairing for female, and XY is the pairing for male. Genetically, the Y chromosome is the sex-determining chromosome. It is passed exclusively from father to son. All Y-linked genes are exsourced and, apart from duplicated genes, are present only on one chromosome, except in cases of aneuploidy, such as XYY syndrome or XXYY syndrome. So now that we've got that covered, let's discuss what ninthropic means. In summation, if something is ninthropic, it is something that humans of the surviving species, Homo sapiens, have that extinct species have, such as Neanderthals, don't based on findings from fossil remains. It is a characteristic pertaining of or similar to the modern-day man. So what are some things that the modern man has that differentiates him from our extinct ancestral cousins? Well, frankly, not that much. Neanderthal genes have been found in our genomes, on X chromosomes, but not Y. So, BBC is trying to say that this new chromosome that makes up the Eden girls, YYXY, is new, freshly evolved. It is not only that of the modern man. but it is that of the future man. Okay, the YY symbol looks like a chemical compound, no? To me, it looks like the chemical benzene. The formula for benzene is C6H6, which, if we add together, equals 12. This could allude to the 12 girls in total. Anyways, benzene is a flammable liquid that evaporates quickly in the air. It was used as a solvent in the past, meaning it can dissolve or extract other substances. Interesting. So it is a liquid, shifts quickly into a gas, and can also dissolve solids. Where have we seen the states of matter before in regards to Loona? Ah, precisely. When Jaden Jung, the mastermind behind Loona's lore, posted this picture. He captioned it, liquid, solid, gas. And clearly, each shape represents the subunits and different states of matter. 1/3 is the liquid, odd eye circle is the solid, and YY is the gas. You can clearly differentiate the different members too. Eugene is slanted, as she is the backslash in 1/3, and Go1's triangle is flipped, as she is the X. We already discussed the similar motifs in their music videos, but how else could they be linked? Let's look at the bigger picture. Jaden was connecting the subunits to the 3 different states of matter. This suggests fluidity amongst the group as a whole. Subunits are not entirely set, and different girls feature in other girls' songs when it is convenient to the lore. I believe this just alludes to the members' fluidity. But we still haven't fully answered why Olivia is always casted out, even though they are supposed to be together. Now let's look at the logo numerically. Yes, numerically. I apologize if this explanation gets a bit choppy, for I'm bad at math. I will link further reading in the description in case you want to crack the numeric code of Shakespeare's epitaph. Shakespeare, before he died, highly appreciated the Roman poet Publius Ovidius Naso. There was a 4-line inscription that Shakespeare used as a model to define the numeric value as his own. It is derived from Latin gematria. As we know, numbers are undeniable facts. Here's Naso's tombstone, and here's Shakespeare's. It may seem a bit difficult to read due to the limitations of the 24-letter Elizabethan alphabet. So, I took the liberty of translating it into modern English. But it is important to establish the fundamentals of the Elizabethan alphabet. As I said, it has 24 letters. The J was a capital form of I in the alphabet. The U was used in the middle of the word, while the V was used at the beginning. And the letter similar to Y actually made a TH sound. The most important aspect of this alphabet is that there are 24 letters. And, even more interesting, is that Shakespeare emphasized the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd letters of the alphabet, which are W, X, and Y. Interesting that Y is the 23rd letter, especially when the 23rd chromosome pair defines a sex. And, the 22nd letter, X, corresponds to the 22nd other pairs of chromosomes, which are identical in both males and females. So, BBC knows that the letter Y defines the sex of the 23rd chromosomal pair. They also know that the Y chromosome present in the modern human was exclusive to us, not present in Neanderthals or our other ancestral cousins, which makes the Y neanthropic, something BBC said the Eden Girls declared. BBC also said that the Eden Girls come together to form their own chromosomal pairing, unique and new to them. And, as we know, the Eden Girls are an inversion of 1/3. So that means if we inverted YYXY, we would have XXYX, which forms the 2 pairings that make male and female. Okay, the pieces are starting to come together. So remember when Jaden posted that Mobius strip picture on Instagram, the day Eve was revealed? It was 2 colors, pink and blue. And also was posted on the day the only girl with a reverse Loona website link on her teasers was revealed. And, if we go to that link, what do we see? Just a DNA double helix structure, colorized the same as the Mobius strip Jaden posted. Pink obviously represents a girl, and blue obviously represents a boy, which were the 2 chromosomal pairings that YY were made up of when inverted. It all makes sense. The inverted link, the inverted moon, the obvious parallel to the 1/3 girls. The Eden Girls are coming together, to become one being, to forge onward and evolve into the future man. They are human, and they are built on the structures that dictate so. But let's go back to Shakespeare's epitaph. Shakespeare put so much emphasis on the Y words, it was actually unusual. Let's talk about the union of the Y words with the Sator square. The numeric value of SATOR is 69, or 3 times 23. 3 Ys, just as there is in YY by Y. One constructional idea, among others, is that SATOR is derived from the 3 axes of the hexagon. The hexagon is also the shape in which Eve, Chu, and Go1's chromosomal letter is in. Then, Sator, or rotas, can be read 4 times around a square. The number 106 ends up being a central number to the Sator square, but it is also twice the sum of 53, represented by the 5 letters in Sator and the 3 letters in Rep. The meaning of the 2 numbers is rooted in the radial elements of the tetractys star and its 2 concentric circles. The 5 radial elements of the outer and 3 of the inner circle represent the 3-to-1 area units. 3-to-1. The inversion of our first subunit, 1/3. 1/3's name in Korean is pronounced 3-to-1, which indicates Heejin, Yunjin, and Haseul's division from Vivi. The same goes for the last subunit. Eve, Chu, and Goen are all together in the hexagon, while Olivia is casted out. But the ratio 3-to-1 is not just mathematical. In theological terms, it refers to God's Trinitarian union, also known as the Christian doctrine of the Trinity. That's right, baby. The Holy Trinity. The Trinity holds that God is one God, but 3 co-eternal, consubstantial persons. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. One God, and 3 divine persons. Eve, Chu, and Goen are of the same essence. And it makes sense for the girl representing X and Christ to be among that Trinity. Trinities are pretty common in Loona lore as well, so it isn't that far-fetched. Plus, as we heard, examined, and inferred, BBC is telling us that the Eden girls are one, while still maintaining their own being. That's why we saw them come together and turn in unison, why they are still able to think for themselves and their self-love, but also feel the negative aspects of the human psyche. Y by Y is one. Forever, from Eden. They were made in paradise.